You mother. You have lost Cooper's follow your nose. Ford has returned Randall's shack. You son of a bitch.
Every bitch. Are you gonna help me move this pile of shit or what? Why don't we just shoot the fucker?
Brooker said not to touch this one or Randall. It's part of the deal. Fuck up and we don't get paid.
Why the fuck are we hauling them to town? When are we getting paid?
Relax, Brooks said we'll get paid once business in town is settled. Here's the Brahmin. Let's load him up. Careful, one of them's coming around. Keep that hood on. Here, this should take care of him.
What is the meaning of this? You have no right to detain us.
Hell. Cowards! Everyone!
Oh, how the mighty have fallen. You honestly can't be surprised that it's me, can you? Virgil is my favorite alias, given the literary roots. Your expression right now. Forgive the cliché, but it truly is priceless. If Brookshire had only known what this was worth to me. That's right. Brookshire wasn't inclined to consider the fate of the townspeople, much less you, when weighed against the supply of silver. I'm not sure what your political leanings are, but if you consider yourself a patriot of the NCR, that must really, really sting. In this moment of unforeseen, inconceivable reversal, you must be thinking, how did this happen? It boils down to one simple characteristic, resolve. When you killed Sergio, I resolved to make you suffer to your last breath. Maybe you're thinking of ways to break from your bonds, disarm me, kill the guards, save the day. Not this time. Whatever happens next, you're going to be utterly powerless to stop me. Doesn't that just burn you up? If you didn't have that gag, I can only imagine what you might be saying. Well, I'm a cautious fellow, so I want to be safe. I can't risk any interruptions during my theatrics. Nothing is worse than a disruptive audience.
Of you is a fucking coward!
Right through the hands.
Ow.
That does look painful. You won't be opening any jars again, much less handling a weapon. Even with the pain, I wonder if you're consumed by rage or dread. Neither benefits you, but dread suggests an honesty that I have to admire. Were you expecting a fair fight? A climactic showdown in the street? Sergio tried it that way, didn't he? My brother had heart, I'll give him that. I've never had a mind for fair fights, though I've won my share. I prefer domination, and most importantly, survival. That's all that matters. You want to speak, don't you? No doubt you have a pithy retort or some eloquent overture prepared that would convince me to throw down my arms. Not tonight. This time you'll be silent, like a dog following its owner. When this is over, you'll acknowledge me as your master. You're going to beg for death. You'll pray to God for it to end, but he won't listen. Only when you pray to me will you gain release. But that can wait. Right now, I'm an official agent of the New California Republic, warden of their new outpost in Frostville. In my administration, law and order will be upheld without exception. Why not get off to a strong start here and now?
Oh no. I mean...
By the powers invested in me by the New California Republic, I hereby authorize these agents of the justice system to collect unlawful bounties.
Oh god. Oh. You guys are not very good at aiming.
Like that?
It's just, you gotta, I mean, you got him. Good job.
So it was done, all according to the law.
There's a guy in front of you.
Randall, Randall, Randall. You came so far only to taste the bitterness of defeat again. Deep down, you knew it would end this way. Ford, you were quite eager to betray Mr. Randall. Why don't you do the honors?
Ford, you son of a bitch, Ford. No, Ford. Oh, Ford, you son of a... Oh, God.
You son of a bitch!
Now, what are we going to do with you? I could put a round in your head, make it quick, clean. Then again, that's been tried. I don't fear failure so much as being unoriginal. No, I've got something better in mind. You ever hear of stories of drunks being buried alive? Since you're not in a position to speak, I'll take your indignant squinting as a yes. So I'll continue. When a man is buried alive in, say, a coffin, he might have 30 minutes or so to live. Trust me, I know. I've seen it firsthand. It's one heck of an interrogation technique, acting like you're burying them. I leave them down there for a bit, then pull them up. They always come up gasping. A few even lose their minds in that short span. I guess it's the darkness and the noise. Imagine, your breathing is strained, dust fills your mouth and eyes, and you hear the weight of earth shifting above you. It's inexorable death. That's why I saved you for last. I want you to feel that terror as you dwell on what transpired here tonight, how you were beaten. No matter how hard you are, the terror will take you eventually. In that moment, when you're wishing for it all to end, just remember, I was the one man who beat you. And that's what people will remember, what they'll say for years to come. It isn't just your body that I'm burying tonight. It's your legend.
Hey, boss, you sure you don't want me to shoot him first?
No, I want the courier to suffer to the last. You hear that, friend? Of course you can, even with that hood on. Is the coffin comfy? Just so you know, I'm putting you in an unmarked grave in the middle of nowhere. From a legal standpoint, you will have simply vanished. You're going to be just another anonymous stiff. You afraid now? Just let it wash over you. Don't fight it. You're so close to the end. I wonder how you might have molded the Mojave if you'd lived. I'm sure people will speculate to no end. They'll forget you, though. They always do. At this moment of acute reflection, I wonder if you appreciate the futility of your efforts. Your mentor is dead. Really dead. I'll face no legal or governmental consequences. Quite the contrary. I'll become a respected citizen, leading this town while the worms gnaw on your rotting corpse. You remember that when the air thins out. If you could do it all over again, would you even come here? So much to ponder in the darkness. Rest easy. Close it up, boys.
Alive! You emerge from a vivid nightmare, quickly sitting up in a strange bed. You notice a familiar face across from you, Thorn. Your hands throb as you begin to shift your weight, but you eventually struggle to your feet. Your legs wobble as you stand. It becomes painfully apparent that you haven't recovered from your recent injuries. How you managed to survive your ordeal in the grave remains to be seen.
And the dead shall rise and walk the earth. Wasn't sure you'd make it. But here you are, on your feet no less.
I mean, how did I end up here? Whoa, where am I? Are you still running with the other hunters? I'll cut your fucking nuts up. How'd I end up here?
Tracked Marco and his boys after what happened in town. Saw them aim to bury you alive, so I watched and waited. Marco cleared out and left a pair of men behind, so I slipped in, took them down with a flashbang and a few smacks with my baton. Then I went digging as fast as possible, found you unconscious but breathing. Lucky for you, that doc had some blood in his stores. I managed to get you up here in the dark. Got that blood in you, then patched you up your hands. You're damn lucky you know that.
The treatment you mentioned requires some skill. Where did you learn to practice medicine?
The followers of the apocalypse. I was a physician for a time, enjoyed helping people. That was all I wanted to do as a young man. But when you see good people get hurt and nothing's done, nothing changes. It can move you to action. I thought I could make things right. That's why I hunted men down for so long. It was never about money. Everyone I gunned down was a tiny piece of justice for what I'd lost. You do it for enough time, you stop seeing them as men. They're everything you hate, everything you fear, personified. Maybe I could go back to the followers, start practicing again somewhere, start over. I'm done killing, though. That I can promise you.
Why aren't you running with the other bounty hunters?
I'm done hunting anyone or anything. What they did, it was simple butchery. God help me. I'll never forget it. The hell with bounty hunters.
Why'd you help me?
I knew something was going down when Brookshire pulled us aside before the op. Told everyone there would be bounties on the townspeople. He told us to keep our mouths shut and follow Marco's lead. When the time came, most everyone nodded and smiled, didn't even question him. I had no loyalty to Randall, but it bothered me regardless. Brookshire told us to round up everyone in town that he would handle you. I didn't know what they had in store. I mean, I thought they'd capture everyone and haul them back for a trial. That's what they're supposed to do. I also didn't know that Brookshire would trade you and Randall out. I thought he would just tell you to fuck off in a typical NCR fashion. See, they had me posted at the church, waiting with a rifle, in case you tried anything. I had a clear view of everything, that's for sure. I didn't know they'd kill them all right there. Let Marco kill Randall? I should have done something, but I just froze. Marco was in the crosshairs, but I couldn't do it. I was scared. Goddamn shameful fucking coward. That's what I am.
Whoa, 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 Thorn. You're clearly suffering from post-traumatic stress. It will take time to move past this. There's nothing you could do. There are too many of them. The only thing worse than acting like a pussy is whining about it. Yeah.
Physician, heal thyself, huh? Yeah, you might be right. I don't want to talk about it, okay? It's all what happened. No use dwelling now.
Where's Marco? So you pussed out to help me in town. You can't even mend my wounds. Great job. Where's Marco?
He left town to bury Randall's body. He must have thought pretty highly of him, because the rest were buried in a mass grave. When I last went into town to nab supplies, I saw most of the hunters were living it up in the saloon. Ford was with them. Look, I want to leave this place and never look back. I'm making straight for Mojave, so you're welcome to join me.
Let's go. I'm not going anywhere until I reckon with Marco.
Burning your boats on the shore, huh? Look, if this is how you want to play it, I'll respect your decision. I can't help you, but I'll wait here. You'll surprise them. They'll probably panic. Don't expect Marco to go easy, though. You're walking wounded. Won't be healed for weeks at least. Marco won't take any chances this time. He'll kill you.
Come with me and you can recover. Gather resources, then come back later when you'll be on even footing. What do you say? You want to live to fight another day? I would to Randall to at least try. I don't care about my damn wounds. I fought a way to kill Marco. It's not about living or dying. It's about seeing this through. You might have lost your balls. I would to Randall.
Deaths to a dead man will just get you killed for nothing. There's nothing left here for you but regret. You can still help people in the Mojave. I won't stop you, but I won't leave you either. I'll wait here for a day or two. If you don't come back, I'll just assume the worst and move on.
Your agility, endurance, and strength have all decreased due to injuries inflicted by Marco. In all likelihood, you will not recover from these wounds until you return to the Mojave Wasteland. Alright, let's see what we got. Alright. Let's go. Come with me, Coops. Or are you staying? Alright, you're staying here, Coops. Ain't nobody wants to come with me. Just gonna walk into town and start blowing away everyone. Just like I always meant to do. Let's dance, boys. Oh my god, that's a lot of people. Get in. Don't you stab me, you bitch.
You like that?
No, I don't actually.
You like that?
No, I just said I don't enjoy this. You best be running, boys!
This is hopeless.
I'm hit.
That's how you solve a problem. Sorry, Ford. Not sorry. Whoop. Damn. That's what you get for crossing a breach. Ford, I'm gonna bury Randall myself, so I'm counting on you to keep that crew under control until the other half of Brookshire's bounty gets here. Then cut loose for a few days, but don't let them vandalize the shops or any other property. Miners and settlers will be making their way into town soon, and I don't want to waste resources cleaning up the place. Python has agreed to hire all of the hunters to act as temporary security until things are stabilized. With Clanton out of the picture, this means we'll have to keep the pressure on the 80s to the north. It also means there's big potential for added income. Showed me something, and I have high hopes for you. Randall didn't recognize your potential, but I do. Stay focused, and you'll go far. Marco. P.S. If there's any sort of emergency, send a runner to the old graveyard. Thank you for coming forward and arranging our meeting, you son of a bitch. I understand your frustration with Mr. Randall, who has never taken you seriously as a bounty hunter. If you're willing to assist the NCR in pacifying Frost Hill, I would personally recommend you for a leadership position. You will soon have the dignity and deference I was so brusquely denied by Randall for so long. The man is a backwards bully who will never appreciate the benefits of the NCR. As a fellow patriot, I know I can count on you. Good luck. You son of a bitch. You sons of bitches. And now look at you. You're dead. Oh, we were friends. We were all friends. Now you're nothing. Now you're nothing. Oh, you bastards. Find the passage to the grave and tell Thorn that you're ready to part. The breach is coming for ya. The breach is coming. Here I come. The breach is coming. The breach is coming. I look like I pooped my pants. The breach is coming. Dun 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 dun. The breach is coming. Dun 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 dun. The breach is coming. Holy shit. That's a lot of graves.
How in the... I should have known. I deliberately provided simple instructions, yet people can't manage if I'm not supervising. I do hate leadership at times. There's no way you can be healed up. Why even come here? You can't win this fight. You're broken and alone. You lost. You could have walked out of this canyon and I'd never have given you a second thought. Apparently, I'm just not good at vengeance. You killed my brother, so I maimed and humiliated you, then slaughtered a town and forced you to watch. That's more or less even, right? I know you're anxious to spew some venomous diatribe, but permit me a moment. Let's say that a miracle occurs and you killed me. You limp back to the Mojave with a broken body, your myth shattered. People will only remember your feelings. They're just lousy that way. They won't talk about how you killed me. They'll mock you for getting captured and allowing the town to get butchered. You had a good thing in the Mojave. You should have stayed there. Quite a stage we have here, huh? Audience of dead men. Go ahead, tell me how I'm destined for the infernal reaches or all manner of mutilation. I'm sure it will be very bold and original.
Doo-doo, you scared? Took care of 4 of the other hunters. Looks like you're alone too. Hell's waiting, you son of a bitch. Heard you jabber for long enough. Let's see if you're as good as they say. Remain silent. I'm gonna skull fuck you, and I won't be gentle. Remain silent.
So this is the culmination of my career. A climactic contest with an intellectual insect. Drop the silent act, okay? No? Okay. Stare off.
Took care of Ford.
Ford was a parasite, the lowest form of man. Unable to stand on his own, forge his own path. He could only leech off the energy of others. At least Randall had purpose and guts. Once the hunters were paid and gone, I was going to personally cut Ford's throat. So thanks.
Yeah, I thought so.
As for being alone, that's how it's always been. Anyone who's honest knows that's what life is. It's a slow, lonely stroll through hell. Only person I ever cared about was my brother. And you took it upon yourself to snuff him out for a greasy wad of caps.
Sorry.
This is how it should be. I'm ready, Courier.
You scared? You scared, you goofy baby?
Scared? No, not in the least. I'm gravely disappointed. You had to get involved with every little thing, didn't you? Before you killed my brother, I had a good thing going here. I had real peace for the first time in my life, and you took it from me. I'll get it back with the NCR, but it's going to be a while before the fire goes out inside. That's why I hate you. You remind me of what I am. I'd kill you 1,000 times if I could, just to see that look. The moment when you realize that you're no better than me. Even if you survive, you'll carry the curse. You'll never have a normal life. People will always see the blood on your hands before anything else. So no, I'm not scared. I pity you.
Sure. You'll regret it, bro.
I only regret that I didn't personally see to your demise. To bind, prod, whip, skewer, and slice you until all that remained was twitching flesh. I regret the passing benevolence which tainted my judgment, made me doubt my own nature, my strength. It was an infection of weakness. I wish I could have scourged your friends in front of your eyes, then let you listen to their screams after I'd blinded you. Do you know what I feel when I think of the townspeople, Randall or his family? Nothing. They were no more than insects, mere parasites. This world is hate, and I am its greatest pupil. Bring your courage, your righteousness. Measure it against my resolve, and you will fail.
Man, you say a lot without talking. Or wait, that's the other way. You talk a lot without saying anything. You don't care you're about to die, man? Man, you crazy.
So the toad says to the wolf. Death is a comfort to me, nothing to be dreaded. Even if I fall, I am happy, no, overjoyed, at your suffering. You'll never live this down, never. If I die, you'll still be remembered as a failure, tainted forever. I can die happy knowing that.
For you jabber for long enough. Let's see if you're as good as they say.
Come on, words are just fun. Well, if you insist.
Whoops. Sorry. Are you gonna fist fight me? Were you gonna fist? Probably not. You crazy. Old scratch on my balls. This is mine. This water is mine. There, now you're naked. Now you're naked. You're never coming back because I ripped your head off. Now you're naked. Now you're naked. Now you're naked. Super naked, yeah. Hey, you went to Duel and Shack. That's where you went. Nice. told you dueling shack would be a nice little comfy house.
Yes?
Yeah, I killed him. He's dead.
You did it. You actually did it. I didn't expect to see you again. So here thinking how I'd break it to your people back in Vegas.
Mm-hmm. You stand poised to return to the Mojave Wasteland. You are certain they will never be able to get back here. Are you sure you want to leave? Remain in the Deep Creek Mountains. Depart for the Mojave Wasteland. Skip the section. I wonder if he's gonna... Will he leave if I wait for like a day or something? Well, let's do this. Let's just do this.
And so it was that the clash between the Courier and Margot had come to its conclusion. Their actions had reshaped Frost Hill and irrevocably changed the fortunes of numerous inhabitants.
Shortly before the massacre at Frost Hill, an argument between Cocker and Cuddy resulted in Cuddy actually walking the fuck out the door. Cocker insisted on following Cuddy as he walked out of the Deep Creek Mountains, berating him the entire time. This continued for several weeks, until Cuddy walked to an NCR recruiting station and enlisted to spite Cocker. Undeterred, Cocker enlisted beside his friend and immediately volunteered for frontline duty.
Oh my god.
Insistent that Cocker was in fact a pussy, Cuddy volunteered for the same.
Thanks to the Courier's largesse, Dana was able to retain ownership of the family farm. In time, she managed to salvage their fortunes. She eventually made a deal to sell produce and livestock to the Crimson Caravan, ensuring stable income for her foreseeable future.
Sorry about killing everyone.
Unsung and soon forgotten, Doolin was just another notch in the Courier's belt. His relatives in California sometimes wondered what became of him, but they ultimately concluded that his outlaw ways had caught up with him.
For all his rage and ferocity, Porter could not cope with the Courier's fatal attack. His frozen corpse would endure as a testament to the power of the Courier.
Though sure of himself at the time, Lee's decision to fight the Courier resulted in quick death. His cadaver was dumped on the outskirts of town, where it was torn asunder and consumed by local predators.
Having ceased his campaign against the NCR, Godwin turned his inventive energies into other endeavors around the ranch. With a collection of improvised contraptions and a steady source of power, Godwin's ranch burgeoned into a major supplier of bighorner meat.
Yay!
Despite the NCR's best efforts to suppress news of Frost's death, it was eventually leaked to the press, setting off a frenzy of reporting. The backlash from both public and the media would eventually compel the NCR to publicly enact measures that prevented the invasion of privacy.
Yay!
However, in a few years, a new agency was founded to exploit loopholes in the legislation, and surveillance of citizens continued unabated.
Never mind.
Ford's dream of becoming a wasteland legend died with him in Frost Hill when he met the Courier's wrath.
You shithead.
In the final seconds before he died, Ford had hoped he'd earn his own chapter in the next dime novel about the Courier.
Like the Courier, Cooper survived the ordeal of near death and became closer to his new master as a result. He followed the Courier to the Mojave, determined to remain a loyal companion no matter the end.
And immediately died.
Sometimes I like to brush my hair. Did I mention I like to brush my hair? I got shot in the face with a baby. Oh.
Just north of Mojave, Thorn said his goodbyes to the Courier and headed towards the setting sun. Unwilling to return to his home, Thorn decided he would reconnect with the followers of the Apocalypse and renew his career in medicine. By assisting the helpless and healing the infirm, Thorn was able to move past the events at Frost Hill. He prayed that the Courier could do the same.
Fresh off his successful operation to annex the Deep Creek Mountains, Brookshire was warmly received by his superiors at the NCR Embassy. After he ferried the surviving orphans of Frost Hill to state homes, Brookshire quietly filed a report that classified the Courier as MIA. For his efforts, he was awarded with a promotion and a special commendation. His agency's director would call him a model for us all. Brookshire then planned his next operation from within the embassy, confident of his success, never considering that the courier might return.
Avoiding the courier once again, Glanton found himself alone in a hostile country, so he set his sights toward the arid expanse of Old Mexico. He had heard stories of a tribal warlord, El Quemador, who ruled the distant dunes of the Altar Desert, burning all who encroached in his lands. Sensing an opportunity to redeem himself in the eyes of the NCR, Glanton headed south with one goal: to take El Quemador's scalp.
In the end, Marco was undone by the very trait he so often touted: resolve. The courier persevered through pain and death in order to claim victory. Without his strong leadership, the NCR outpost at Frosthill floundered. Once the 80s resumed their raids, the town was abandoned. Even after his death, Marco's name incurred fear and dread whenever it was muttered. His body had perished, but the legend endured.
Despite Marco's best-laid plans, the courier battled back from the brink of death and prevailed in the legendary duel. Though Marco was dead, the courier had not emerged from the contest unscathed. He would bear physical and mental scars for the rest of his life. Quietly enduring his injuries, he steadily limped back to the Mojave wasteland, where uncertainty and war awaited him.
Hey guys, I'm back.
Alright, everyone. That is New Vegas Bounties 3 scarred. Though you've recovered during the trip, your hands are now permanently scarred from gunshot wounds. As a result, your rate of fire and draw damage and draw speed will suffer, but you'll deal more damage. Delicious. Ooh, ain't no grave. I did Someguy. I did have to move the trigger activator over here because I was spawning here and then my player controls were not being enabled, so I moved the trigger over here and that seems to have fixed it. So yeah, awesome. That is New Vegas Bounties 3, everyone. Oh, Koopa Goops. Koopa Goops. You get over here, Koopa Goops. If there's anything I missed, which I may have, because I know that one lady was in the house. I don't know if I did miss that. If you do know how to get that going, let me know, everybody, and I'll go do that. I'll tie some loose ends up. Me and Koops will have a good time. Yeah, that's right, Koops. Me and you, Koops. Ain't that right, Koops? Oh. 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 Alright, everyone. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. I know I did. Ooh. New Vegas Bounties 3, everyone. It's the end of an era and possibly the beginning of a new one. So, thanks again, everyone. This is fantastic. New Vegas Bounties, I love you. Someguy, I love you. Thanks for watching, everyone. We shall see you in the future. I think I got him. I think.